The Narcissist and Gifts. What do narcissists think about giving? Well, the starting point is that we are, of course, a gift to the world. And really, should there be any need for us to give anything more? Of course there is. The giving of gifts provides us with yet another opportunity to manipulate people, to assert control and ultimately draw fuel. The giving of gifts has another term, bribery, because that is what it is. We are not giving you the gift born out of emotional empathy because we think it's the right thing to do, because it's your birthday, or because it's an anniversary, or because it's your wedding. We're doing it for our purposes. The provision of a gift is a form of bribery that is being done to draw on the prime aims from you. Some people think that narcissists may not want to give gifts because we hate to do things for other people. The latter part of that point is essentially correct. But the simple fact, as ever, is that the end justifies the means, and therefore we will do that. And if it means that this means parting with some of our money to purchase a gift and spending some time selecting it, then so be it, so long as it creates an outcome for us. Of course, lesser and mid-range narcissists, where they are moved to purchase a gift, do it because they believe that they're doing the right thing, and that they, particularly where it's mid-range, they're being nice and pleasant, and being a good friend, and being a good husband, etc. But the real reason they're doing it, unknown to them, is for the purpose of the pursuit of the prime aims, chiefly fuel and control. You will understand, of course, that where the greater or ultra does it, we know that it is a means to an end, and that we're utilising a form of bribery to get what we want. An exhibition of our financial largesse is a way of controlling you. Our supposed considerate and thoughtful gift is merely a representation of the assertion of our control over you and the drawing of fuel. What type of gifts, however, does the narcissist become involved in? You may be surprised to learn that there are far more than you anticipated. And here are a great number of them, along with suitable explanations to help you understand. Number 1, gifts of seduction. During the seduction of a victim, some of our kind revel in the grand gestures of expensive and wonderful gifts. There may be repeated gifts every few days, or some large grandiose gift. Occasionally, we may give careful consideration to what will impress you most of all, but it is always linked into how it will benefit us. The purpose of such gifts is to cause you to come under our control, to provide us by fuel by admiring us, thanking us, and drawing closer to us as a consequence of our generosity and our supposed thoughtfulness. Don't think that we have been that considerate. You're probably receiving a similar gift to the last primary source. It worked last time, and so we'll do it again. Thus, the somatic narcissist who selects victims who are into material items may well always purchase some Louboutin shoes for each victim. The cerebral narcissist will provide a weighty tome for you to read. Not only is this exclusive hardback expensive, but he can tell you all about how much he knows about the subject later. We also rely on the fact that even the gift is not precisely what you wanted. Most people are delighted to receive gifts, and during the wonderful, elating and mesmerizing seduction, we are bribing you with these gifts. The whole of the effects of our seduction makes the receipt of the gift all the more gratifying. It gains kudos from being given against a backdrop of compliments, love, or supposed love, amazing sex, days and nights out, and so forth. By appearing thoughtful and generous, we draw you closer to us. 2. Creation of debt. We only give you a gift in order to get something that we want, and the provision of a gift automatically creates a debt in our mind. It might be that we will control you through this gift. It might be that we will use it to gain fuel or to mollify you, again to assert control, where you are on the brink of leaving us and denying us that control and fuel. No matter how lavish or expensive the gift, there will be a price to pay for it, either now or later. 3. Creating the favourite. We will often use gifts to create a favourite and generate division. For instance, if we have 3 nephews who are still young children, we may give one a larger and more expensive gift to one, and smaller and less expensive gifts to the other 2, and it's obvious. It's triangulation by object. And children will react to this with jealousy, petulance, envy, and upset, which will generate fuel. It doesn't stop there, though. The parents of the nephews may well react as an equal treatment, and therefore that enables us to assert control over those relevant family members. If we are challenged as to why we have done this, you can expect to be told, "It's my money and I decide how to spend it." We are entitled to do as we want, and when it comes to giving gifts, there's no exception. This favoritism will continue all the way through, so that a golden child will always fare better at Christmas and birthdays than his or her siblings, with the attendant problems that arise. We will even do this when we have gone with an unequal division of assets. The thought fuel arises as we sign the will, knowing of the infighting that will come about in due course is satisfying indeed to the narcissist. Number 4, the rubbish gift. This is done sometimes by calculation and sometimes unintentionally. Since we lack empathy, we see no need to consider what somebody else might really want for their birthday. Thus, we provide them with a hideous jumper that is too big, or a garish ornament. The look of dejection and disappointment on that person's face enables us to assert control and draw fuel when they receive a book about butterflies, and it's all good for us. Of course, if they don't seem appropriately happy, this allows us to roll out comments such as, "But I thought you loved butterflies. I looked everywhere for that gift for you. You should be grateful that you got anything at all." Invariably, we know that you don't like butterflies. We found the gift in the bargain bin at the supermarket, and we recognise that you won't be grateful. We don't want you to be. We want to provoke you and make you look bad because you're being devalued. 5. The residual fuel. Flowing from the rubbish gift is the expectation that when we next call around, the hideous statue of what is meant to be 2 dolphins in the foam but looks more like a frothing Quasimodo should be pride of place on your mantelpiece. Alternatively, you should be wearing that migraine-inducing jumper, and if you are not, then of course you're threatening our control by the rejection of this gift, and therefore you can expect the narcissist to assert control by making you feel guilty for not showcasing the generous gift that you were provided with, or doling out a pity play, particularly where mid-range, to say, "Oh, didn't you like it?" Number 6, the wrong gift. The cousin of the rubbish gift. This gift may be a good gift, but it's the wrong one. You may already have one of these items already, and a second one is of no use to you. It might be that you asked for a handbag in black, and we bought you one in brown, even though it's the same style and make. The shoe size might be 2 sizes out either way, the ring too small, the lingerie too small. We do this because you see the wrapped item and recognise it to be the item you've asked for, and your excitement mounts, only then to be dashed by this narrow miss. Yes, you may be able to exchange it, but, "Oh, sorry, I don't have the receipt any longer." And we'll make a song and dance if you point out that it's the wrong gift because you're threatening our control. Or if you fail to look suitably happy. You can expect comments such as, "You have one already? Well, a spare shoehorn is always handy, isn't it? It is too tight? Not my fault you put weight on it, is it? Maybe you can slim into it. You told me size 7. Yes, you did. Stop trying to blame me for your mistake. So what if it's a different colour? You should appreciate the fact that I bought you something." Number 7, forgetting a gift. Where you're being devalued, there'll be occasions, because of our sense of entitlement, lack of accountability, and lack of emotional empathy, for the purpose of asserting control over you, we don't buy you a gift. This provides us with the ability to control you and fuel, as we see you waiting all day, expecting a delivery to the door, or hunting around the house thinking that we've hidden your gift. When evening comes and no gift has been forthcoming, your annoyance, upset, or dismay provides us with further fuel. Of course, we will apply selective amnesia or deflection to the situation, calculated where greater or ultra, instinctive where lesser or mid-range. "Oh, I thought the anniversary was next week. It's only Valentine's Day, you shouldn't expect a gift. You're too old to receive birthday presents now. Is it your birthday today? I could have sworn it's on the 21st. Number 8. Gifts. You are expecting a gift, and there is something expensive sat on the dining table. It's not given to you, but it sits there all day, until you eventually ask if it's for you, only to be told that it's not, and it's for us. We've triangulated you with an object. Cue your crestfallen luck, the assertion of control, and more fuel. 9. The respite and hoover gift. Part of the seduction family. If we are looking to bring you back into the formal relationship following disengagement or escape, or if we want to reinstate the golden period, We will supply you with gifts again, bribing you and endeavour to make them thoughtful so that you provide us with positive fuel and you succumb to our control. 10. Future faking. Gifts are not immune from us always promising to buy you something amazing for that forthcoming birthday. This keeps you bound to us. You keep giving us positive fuel from enthusiastic responses to our promises, but we fail to deliver. We draw fuel, assert control, and then promise to get it for you for Christmas instead. You know what's going to happen though, don't you? 11. Charity gifts. If we make some donation to charity, whether it be cash or equipment or even items we no longer need, for them to sell at a charity store, you can be sure we will let as many people know as possible of our generosity. This asserts control, gains fuel, and maintains the facade. 12. Outdoing others. If there is a christening, a baby shower, or a wedding, we will often go big with our gift giving. If you have a wedding list, we will go off list, sense of entitlement, in order to be different, even though that crystal orange juice squeezer is not exactly needed. This form of gift giving is absolutely nothing to do with you. The gifts are likely to be lavish and expensive, but it's all about us showing off, and thus asserting control over you because we expect you to appreciate it, and also the gasps and admiration from other people, and so we control them also. Of course, any complaint or lack of appreciation will be met with a put down or, where mid-range, playing the victim. 13. Recycling. You end up being given a gift which was clearly a gift to us that we didn't want. In some instances, we may even have left the gift tag on, showing that it was a gift to us because we don't care that you see about this, and this increases the reaction from you. We considered those lavender bath bombs we received to be total insult, so next door can now have them as a housewarming gift. Even beyond this, we may even give you a gift. We may even give you something which you gave to us. Not only does this show us to be cheapskates, it also shows that we don't think much of your gift. Assertion of control and fuel abounds. The compartmentalization of the narcissist will often be that the narcissist might not even realize that you're being given the gift that you gave to us. And if you point this out, you challenge our control, and you'll be met with denial. 14. Proximate fuel. We gain proximate fuel as we assert control over you from witnessing the reaction of our victims to our manipulative gift-giving. As you know, to assert control and gain fuel, often a scene has to be caused. What better way than doing so in person at a party or an event? Fuel from primary source and secondary sources. 15. Thought fuel. Gift-giving allows a double whammy. We have the chance to gain proximate fuel when we hand the gift over, and you unwrap it, and we also contemplate your reaction when we're not there. Either siblings fighting over the gift, people expressing hurt at a tasteless gift, a rubbish one or the wrong one. So we gain fuel after the event. And also, where we've provided you with a decent gift, we derive thought fuel from imagining your appreciation, although invariably we would prefer to be there to witness it. 16. The early declaration. If we are being grandiose in our gift-giving, you can expect to know about your gift on Facebook or similar platforms when we post pictures of it and tell the world what we have got you for your birthday. There's no birthday surprise for you, but we don't care about that. Lack of accountability towards you and a sense of entitlement. Not only we are showing the world and maintaining the facade and drawing fuel and asserting control over secondary and tertiary sources. 17. What the last one got. We buy you a gift, and we can see you are not happy with it, underwhelmed, or even upset. Of course, there will be no sympathy or consideration shown by us. All we will do is remark about what we have got you is bigger, better, and more expensive than what the last primary source got, and you ought to be grateful. This also works in reverse when we let slip that we didn't get you something as good as what the last primary source received, because you didn't get a good birthday present for us, even though, of course, you will have done so, but there is the revision of history, the need to assert control, and the devaluing behaviour. 18. The last one didn't appreciate my gifts. If we note or sense that you're unhappy with our gift, we will, of course, gain fuel, but you are challenging us, and therefore we will look to emotionally blackmail you into being pleased with it by telling you how mean the previous primary source was, in that no matter what we bought him or her, they never appreciated the gifts. Suddenly, you are gushing over tickets to local amateur dramatic performance of Macbeth, even though you absolutely hate plays. You're being triangulated with both object and person. 19. But look what I gave you. This is done for future manipulation. If you fail to do something in the future, fail to submit and do what we want, we will hark back and do so repeatedly to that marvellous, rare and expensive gift we once got you, bringing up the past. As I mentioned above, you will always end up paying for the gift in some way. 20. The target. The gift we have given you and one which you like and cherish is used in the future as a device to manipulate you, assert control over you and draw fuel from you. We will threaten to break the gift, or we do break it. We hide it, or we take it from you. After all, of course, with our sense of entitlement and the fact that you are just an extension of us, what is ours remains ours. What is yours is still ours anyway, and since we are entitled to behave that way and do not recognise boundaries. Gifts and the act of giving provide us with many opportunities to manipulate individuals for the purpose of asserting control and to draw both positive and negative fuel from people. What is your experience of the Narcissist and Gifts? I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.